Oh, you think you got away?
This episode contains discussions of violence, murder, disturbing behavior, strong language, and a true crime topics that may be upsetting to some listeners. This content is intended for mature audiences and for entertainment and discussion purposes only. Information discussed is publicly available online. Welcome back to Harlots of Spooktalk, everyone. Tonight's True Crime Friday episode is one people have been heavily requesting: the disturbing and highly talked about case of Wade Wilson. From shocking courtroom moments to the terrifying details surrounding the murders, this case has taken over social media and true crime conversations everywhere. Tonight, we're diving into the timeline, the psychology, and the darker questions surrounding this horrifying story.
This case feels especially heavy because there's such an unsettling energy surrounding it. Sometimes true crime cases go beyond the headlines and leave people asking deeper questions about evil, manipulation, and the darkness that can hide behind charm. We will be discussing facts, theories calculating online, and the emotional impact that this case has had so many people following it.
And honestly, some of the details in this case are just nightmare fuel. The obsession online, the letters, interviews, the reactions from people watching the trial. It all adds another layer of darkness to an already brutal story. Tonight, we're stepping into one of the most disturbing True Crime Fridays we covered yet.
Before we begin tonight's episode, it's sponsored by Aquila. If you're looking for unique finds and great deals, make sure to check them out and save 15% off your order using code HOST. That's HOST.
As always, we ask everyone listening to remember that real people and real families are connected to these tragedies. We approach every true crime discussion with respect while exploring the details surrounding the case.
So dim your lights, lock your doors, and prepare yourself because tonight we're discussing the chilling case of Wade Wilson.
This is Harlots of Spook Talk. Wade Wilson.
All right, let's get serious for a minute. Wade Wilson, the criminal, the mastermind. Just kidding. It's not. Wade
No.
Stephen Wilson, born May 20th, 1994. He's a baby. And sounds like he has like that Taurus energy. I don't know. I don't know if he's a Taurus. He might be a Gemini. Anyways, he's an American criminal convicted of 2019 murders of Christine Melton and Diane Ruiz in Cape Coral, Florida. Due to sharing the name of the Marvel character Wade Deadpool Wilson, Wilson has been referred in the social media as the Deadpool killer, which we are all
Mm-mm.
very upset
Yeah.
about, honestly. We'll get into that
Yeah.
later. Wade was okay. So, like I said, he was born on May 20th, 94, to some teenage parents. He was adopted by Steve and Candace Wilson and raised in the Tallahassee, Florida, where he attended Chili's High School during his youth. Wilson was often described as troubled and was reported involved in a minor criminal activities and substance abuse. He also sustained several head injuries during his childhood, which so he had like 4 concussions. Which he later cited as contributing to his feelings of instability. That'll do it. So his encounters with the law began in 2012 in Leon County, where he was involved in various incidents, including burglary, assault, firearm related offenses. November 2013, Wilson was sentenced to prison for burglary and grand theft, serving until September 2014. And in 2015, he faced charges of sexual battery and kidnapping after a woman accused him of assaulting her in his vehicle following a party. However, he was acquitted of these charges by a jury. Wilson was a witness at the Leon County Sheriff's Office in 2016 through 2018. That case was against Brian Winchester, who was also Wilson's cellmate. Wilson said he offered him $20,000 to kill Manchester's wife. Wilson then informed the police, claiming he didn't feel right about it. Wilson's appeared briefly in Mr. and Mrs. Murder, quote unquote, giving the police a statement against former cellmates. So by 2017, like we're speeding it up a little, Wilson was incarcerated again for stealing firearms, serving until 2018 of July. Later in that 2018 year, he was mentioned in connection with the case of Jerry Michael, which is Mike Williams, the target of an alleged murder for a fire plotted by his wife, Denise Williams. While serving time with Wilson, he said he received $20,000 in a white manila envelope at Meetup post-release while on probation to carry out the attack. So in February 2019, his former girlfriend reported an incident in which he allegedly assaulted and choked her. Although she accused him of kidnapping and rape, an investor did not pursue these charges due to lack of evidence, did not do DNA testing, and an existing no contact order. So on July 1st, 2019, Wilson was arrested again for battery. Let's
So
see here.
why do you just I don't understand the criminal justice system at all and how they work, because there are so many signs just by reading that. Hello, something's happened.
Yeah,
Anyways, I'm
that's a
gonna go
lot.
on.
That's a lot of information, Like, it just sounds so dramatic. Like,
He had a
I
troubled
don't know.
childhood. So,
There's a lot of, with a lot of people, and I said this before, with a lot of the serial killers that we get, a lot of them do have troubled childhoods, and a lot of them do always start with battery, or not battery, but they'll start off with theft, assault. They'll have a
yeah.
lot of those theft charges. And so he had those. So it's just kind of like a matter of time, but that also falls a lot on our judicial, the courts and stuff too. They're
Mm-hmm.
like, oh,
The,
give him another chance.
the judicial system.
Yeah,
Whatever.
there you go. I was like, judicial stuff.
So on October 7th of 2019, Wilson committed 2 murders within hours. After Wilson met the first victim, Christine Melton, he strangled her in her home. Then he left the body wrapped in carpets and bedding in the house. Later that day, after luring Diane Ruiz into his car under false pretenses, Wilson murdered the waitress and mother of 2. After strangling Ruiz, he realized that she was still breathing, so he drove his car over her multiple times until, as Wilson himself admitted, she looked like spaghetti. What in the actual F? He called his biological father, Stephen, not even going to pronounce his last name, soon afterwards and confessed to murdering the women. His father, or biological father, and his wife, so his biological father and his stepmom, I guess, called the police, and Wilson was arrested the following day. He told detectives that he would be willing to do it again.
Whoa. And on that
I
note,
got
I'm
yeah.
going to quick go over one more time Aquila. Don't forget to check them out. 15% off with hosts. HOST. That's again Aquila. Now, getting back to the legal proceedings, and you might need your glasses for this one. Put them on, just to think. Use your thinking cap. Just saying. During legal proceedings, evidence of Wilson's mental health was presented, including testimony about his brain injuries. A neurologist testified the brain scan showed trauma and impairment, which might explain some of Wilson's impulse behaviors. However, Experts from the prosecution argued that drug abuse was more significant factor in his actions. The defense claimed that Wilson's drug abuse could have impaired his judgment at the time of the crime.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Because why wouldn't they have figured that out when he was a
Really?
child after he had 4 concussions?
I have no clue. And he was already
I
preparing to do this. Like he had past behaviors.
Yeah, and for one, he's in mine and LD's like time like age range.
Yes.
So it's like okay,
He's a baby.
yeah.
He's a baby.
Anyways,
Mm-mm.
he is. So Wilson's biological father, Stephen, testified against him in court, recounting details of his confession over the phone. His father stated that his son ran over Ruiz after realizing she was not yet dead and also could not explain his motives beyond, I just wanted to do it. More than the required 8 out of the 12 jurors recommended the death penalty for Wilson. So 9 for the murder of Melton and 10 for the murder of Ruiz. Having the power to take or disregard the jury's decision or suggestion, Judge Nicholas Thompson imposed 2 death sentences. Wilson is appealing the decision to the Supreme Court of Florida. Okay, I'm going to just jump in too because for one, I really don't think he ain't going to win against the Supreme Court of Florida. So, you're SOL, bud. You're SOL, bud.
Wilson's sentences was marked by a public interest and controversy, including numerous messages from individuals pleading for clemency. What? Okay, I'm not going to get into that. His case raised questions about the intersection of like mental health, criminal behavior, and the justice system. The case attracted intensive media coverage, partly because a Wilson common name was well-known fictional character Deadpool, aka Wade Wilson, of the Marvel comic books and films. Public reactions were mixed, with some expressing sympathy due to the mental health issues, while others focused on the brutality of his crimes.
So, for instance, though, I'm going to just pause for a minute because Ryan Reynolds, I am a big fan and I am so sorry that they
Nickname this guy this?
nicknamed,
Yeah,
yes. But also, a lot of these serial killers have mental health issues.
yes.
We get that. But he
Um,
killed only 2 people and
in a brutal way.
yeah, and he admitted to it. Like,
And he would have did more.
I'm sorry.
He already
Yeah.
admitted to he wanted to do more. He was just caught
Mhm.
early, so they caught him before he could go extend that
Well, and I do give props to his dad
for turning him in.
for turning him in. Like any parent, I know some parents probably wouldn't have done it because we've all known about some other cases like that where parents don't or they protect their kid. Well, if your kid did something drastically wrong, but they came to you and confessed it to you, wouldn't you turn them in too? I mean, they did
Once
the
you tell
crime, they
them
do the
that this
time.
is, once you explain to them head injury and all, like, this is wrong. We don't do this. How you need to make this right. You need to fix it.
And he did he did have other charges in the past. So his behavior, I don't, you know what I mean? Like, I guess it escalated pretty quickly.
So, do you want to do that first
Yeah,
and then I'll do the rest?
yeah. In jail while awaiting trial for the murders, Wilson implied multiple tattoos on his face, including a swastika under his right eye and a larger swastika on the side of his head.
Yeah, we're not getting into
Nope.
that. In 2020, Wilson and his cellmate were accused of tampering with a window in their cell in an attempt to escape. Wilson, who was reportedly the primary planner and instigator of the escape effort, also tried to set up a getaway car. In 2023, he pleaded nolo contendere something for smuggling drugs into prison in exchange for having charges relating to an alleged escape attempt dropped. He was sentenced to a fine and 12 years in prison to be served concurrently with his death penalties. Wilson survived a drug overdose at Lee County Jail in 2023. The incident prompted an investigation by the Lee County Sheriff's Office. Investigators uncovered a conspiracy to traffic illegal drugs into the jail. 4 others were also charged in the incident.
Yeah.
In July of 2025, so this previous year, Wilson was transferred to okay, I can't somewhere a correctional institution which does not have a designated death row unit. And as of August 31st, 2025, Wilson is residing at Union Correctional Institution in Rayford, Florida, on death row. And that's where he needs to stay.
Yeah, because he took 2 people from this world. One,
And a
yeah,
mother
one was a mother. He did.
of all that. Like, I'm sorry, but like, I'm not sorry. He deserves it.
At least he can
I
get the
mean,
mental health in jail.
yeah, but
I
I don't,
know.
Florida.
I
I don't
Florida.
think he
yeah.
needs it.
I don't
I
think
don't
he
think he
needs. I
needs
don't
it.
either. I think he knew what he was doing, drugs or no drugs. He'd done stuff in the
Yeah.
past. He knew there was consequences for his actions, and then he boasted about wanting to still do it more when he was caught. There's the key right
And
there.
he was bringing drugs into the jail
Yes.
when he was in prison. Like, he had a drug problem.
Yes.
So that plays a big
It
role in it.
does.
Maybe yes, and yeah, maybe he does have mental health issues, but
Still gotta
I think drugs play a bigger factor in
I
there.
do too.
I mean,
In his decision
Well,
making.
I knew somebody like this. They've been in an accident, their head's not right, plus you have mental health problems, which are because of those accidents. He had 4 concussions. And then on top of that, he didn't live like the best life. So he's having all these like physical problems that created mental problems. It's not an excuse, you know.
Yeah.
But I
it's not.
think no matter how you look at it, he wasn't going to go in a good direction anyways. He had a lot of stuff that was against him, and then he just played into it. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And I think a lot of it also stems from his early life too. And I'm not saying because of his whatever, but
Yeah, because we
some
never really
people,
got into nurture versus nature.
Yeah.
and it could also be of like where he grew up,
Yes.
also, depending on if he was in a bad area of town or
Or the
whatever.
foster care system.
Yeah.
It could not
You
even, I
never
mean,
know.
if he didn't even reach out for the help until it was already done, that falls under him. If he didn't,
Yeah, it's grown.
how are people supposed to know?
Remember,
You don't,
he's 32. He's grown. He's a grown adult
I know.
at this point.
That's one thing.
Yeah.
Exactly. We don't know what goes on behind closed doors. You know what I mean? We don't know if he was like in a room
We don't,
going mentally
but then
crazy, or
again,
he
all
obviously he was like
the evidence is
strategically planning
there.
everything. There was a
We
serial
don't.
killer years ago. I don't remember who it was or where I seen it, but he said, I heard this when I was really young. He said he just wanted to kill somebody because he wanted to know what it was like to kill somebody. You know, he wanted to know what the puncture was like,
Jeffrey
you
Dahmer
know, all of that. Not the
could have been Jeff.
No, it was somebody else.
Well, I know
There
Ted.
was also a kid that there was also a kid, he literally cut off somebody's head, you know, and he was like, I just wanted to know what it was like to do it. And I'm like, that's fucking wild. Those are not normal thoughts. You know, your first instinct should not be to kill or unalive someone else. You know what I'm saying? That can't be normal. It's not normal.
I don't think it is, but at the same time, like, I'm messed up in the head too,
I am
and
too.
Yeah, but
I want to
if there's
learn
like
about someone's brain. Like,
that is psychology, and that's fine. I'm saying like he didn't. What I'm trying to say, he everybody. There's a lot of people that feel like the justice system didn't serve him, or the mental health service didn't serve him. Maybe medical examiners didn't serve him, but it all. I don't know. I guess it goes back to if you believe in fate or not. But this guy, he had a lot of
evidence is there.
odds against him. He had a lot of odds against him. And he could have easily said, this is not normal. He could have reached out for help. He could have done anything, anything. He could have got a coloring book. This could have all been solved if he got a coloring book or got a hobby or crocheted. You know what I'm saying? We have no
I don't
idea.
think
The fact of the matter is that he did it. He
no.
fucked up. He didn't reach out for help. Maybe he didn't know how. Who knows? He had a
Well,
million different options before deciding
not
to do this. And I
every
don't feel sorry for him.
No.
not everybody wants to reach out for help. And there are signs people have to start realizing to look
Yes.
for in people, because you're not going to want to reach out for help if you're going through stuff like that. No. I mean, I've dealt with it. I'm not going to say we all have. I have, to the point where, it didn't get that bad, but it got to the point where I had a come to Jesus moment. So, sometimes that can happen. Sometimes other people will just let those thoughts take control of them. So,
Yeah, people gotta start looking out for their neighbors too, or their loved ones when red flags start raising. Instead of ignoring the signs, making excuses for people, we gotta start making them accountable and reaching out for help, because
mhm.
too many people are falling doomed to this type of violence, and
Accountability is the biggest thing, too.
it's
Sorry.
bad.
Yeah. And
It is bad,
it's bad. It's sad.
But
It's
people are
and
spending so much time, like, worrying about their own shit. Like, can I pay my bills?
yeah.
You're so caught up in fucking money that I've been
instead of
having this argument all
mhm.
week.
instead of
Like,
witnessing what's going on around you.
Mhm.
yeah, exactly. You're like, okay, am I going to have a home tomorrow? Things like that. It's like, am I
And
going to feed my
even
children?
even one life taken is too many. Even one life
Oh yeah.
lost to a violent like this violence is one too many. And it's one too
Mhm.
many in our communities. It's one too many. We're losing both sisters and brothers of ours. Like, we're losing men and women. It's not just women. It's not just men under countless violence that has no place in society. It shouldn't, but it does. And
And
that's why we got to
even
keep our eyes open
and even our young ones, we have to
Yes.
really keep an eye on our young ones too.
and
And
get them help.
And it sucks to say that now because of the generation we grew up in where our parents would just send us outside and say, stay outside until light comes on. Like we could have been getting into a lot of trouble back then too.
Oh, I
So,
did. I did.
I mean, like
Uh,
nowadays,
It's a
we
little
can't do
different now,
that. Yeah. And we
but
can't do
everything
that.
is in the palm of these kids' hands too. They're
Mm,
listening to us or watching stuff, and most of us are not paying attention what's right in front of us. Yet again, the
mhm.
flags are there. Our young children are watching this violence and they're thinking it's okay when it's not. We're desensitizing people to this violence, and it's never going to be okay. We
Not at
got to
all.
start looking for the flags that are around us and stop ignoring our neighbor or a loved one because we want to put blinders up and just worry about what's going on in our own bubbles. Yet again, because of technology, we are so looking down instead of looking around and what's right in front of us sometimes.
Absolutely.
agreed.
We really are. And we're losing people.
And it's
So
getting
put your
worse.
glasses on and start paying
Yes.
attention. Okay? Aquila, description below. Get them.
Get 'em. And don't come for us with hatred. We're only saying our opinions. You don't have to agree with them.
No,
Just be
but
open-minded enough not to
Yeah.
come at us.
and tell us your opinions. Like,
Yeah, we'd love to
we'll
hear
read
them.
them, we'll
Yeah.
listen. Like, I don't
Yeah.
mind having
With
a discussion about,
Yes.
all
oh,
three of us
it's,
read those comments. All three of
Yeah,
us look
I'd
at
seen some the other day that I erased right away. Don't come for me telling me I have to pray again because that was rude. Yeah, I read that comment and it got erased.
see, I don't even
I
read
didn't see
these.
that one. I didn't see that one.
Oh, I did. It was
Somebody
erased
told you
right away. I
to
was like,
somebody told you
yeah,
to
it told
pray?
all three, told us to start praying, all three of us, that we
Oh,
Was that on
needed in
YouTube?
our lives.
we
Yep, it
do?
was
Was that
on
on YouTube?
YouTube.
Oh, honey, that's so cute.
It is, right?
Oh,
It's so cute.
bless your
Bless your,
heart.
bless your little heart.
Ma'am, we are going to sacrifice you to the old gods, not the new gods.
I'll pray for you too, because I have a little prayer Jared Neiman once said to me in a song.
Just be nice. You could talk to us.
Maybe.
We're not mean. I promise y'all that we're not mean.
Not all the time.
No,
No,
just
Sometimes.
we're
petito.
kind. We're not even nice. We're very kind people. And legit, we are the last
Are
people
we?
that are going to judge you. Sometimes people come on the podcast and they get so nervous, and it's like, don't get nervous. We've been through a lot of shit.
We're not
We
gonna
might
judge.
we might look intimidating on the outside, and we
I
do
don't think I
talk
look
loud.
intimidating at all.
Okay, me and Carly might look intimidating on the outside, but
We're not.
we're all little sweethearts when we want to be.
Yeah, sometimes.
I remember someone left a comment on TT a long time ago, and they were asking why Tiffany was being so mean to me.
Yeah.
I remember.
I was like, should I leave that comment? I don't know if I was
You
talking to Carly about
should.
it, but I was like, should
Oh
I
my
leave it or
gosh.
should I
You
take it
should
down?
have. You should have left it because I mean,
I think I did
I'm
leave it. I left it for a couple months, and then
I'm not
something
always
happened.
mean to you.
I think it took me a month
Yeah.
to, because I was mad at you anyways because of that comment. And so I was like, so I left it for 4 weeks and then I took it down. That's what happened. I was like, I just want her to know that she's sometimes mean to me.
Look, I already
But
know
it's all,
this, but if
but it's
anybody
all
knew
in good
us,
fun.
we've been friends for 20 plus years, so yeah.
We can't take anything that we say to each other very personal.
No,
No, we
that's
don't.
why I sit back a lot too. I'm just like, whatever. Go ahead. Y'all get over it in a minute.
We will
Yeah.
because then we start laughing after like 5 minutes of going back and forth.
She'll be like, Tiffany will do this like face when she's mad. Her face will start getting like little spots of red, and then she'll just make this like puckered. I can't do it, but she's like, and I'm like, are you mad at me? Quit being mad. Stop it. Whatever. That was a thing for a while. Whatever.
Okay, well, anyways.
Anywho, if
That
you want
got
some
way off
laughs, check
topic.
a Kayla. And please do not marry a serial killer. Okay, y'all have a great day. Stay safe.
Blessed be.
Bye.
Bye.